lot of fans were actually pretty invested in the idea of Natasha with actually either or both of you guys, and now obviously she's with Bruce. What do you guys make of that?
She's a slut. I was gonna say something along that line. Complete whore. Trick, man.
I guess I'm here to send out the bat signal.
A bat signal, for listeners who might not know, refers to the children's character, the Bat Man, a strong gentleman who fights crime nocturnally.
That's correct. Well put.
The Young and the Restless. This portion sponsored by Oil of Olay. You serious?
What's going on, everyone? It's Nina Infinity. Welcome to my channel on this Wednesday. This isn't breaking the narrative. This is a chill stream. I didn't have a guest tonight because some plans fell through. But I figured I'd go live and talk to you guys out there. It's been a minute since I've been on live on YouTube on my Wednesday shows, because that one is a Rumble exclusive now. So I figured I'd go live on YouTube, talk about some chill topics. There is a lot to talk about, just like random stuff. And I don't talk about that kind of stuff on my like the YouTube live stream that I do, which is on Fridays for my Infinite Hope Good News show. So I figured what better time than tonight to go live and talk to you guys, catch up with some of the chat, see what's going on, what's on your minds, what you guys want to talk about. There's stuff definitely I want to talk about, but you guys can also suggest topics, of course. That is what the chill streams are all about, is to connect with the chat and figuring out what's going on through your minds as well. So I hope you guys are all doing well. Make sure you smash the like, share the streams, all that good stuff, because that also helps because of the algorithm things. As you can tell, I am out of the closet now. If you haven't seen for the last couple of weeks, I've moved out of my walk-in closet. So now I have a standing desk, which can also be transformed into sitting. So we will probably do that at some point, but I figured I'd start the stream standing up because it gives me more energy and I can, chat and blah, blah, blah. We are also live on Rumble and I believe on X as well. So just let you guys know. So I'm just going to say hi to the chat for a minute. Hello, Spike and Madness. Darren, Saw1. How you doing, Zach? Oh, Uncle Martin's in the house. Hello, hello, hello. Nomad36. Hello, hello, hello. And it's good to see all of you. I don't know if there's anybody else there. I haven't seen. If you are there, hello, and thank you for being here, lurking. There's the Tweaky Kid showed up with a bunch of zombie Jonathan emojis. So thank you. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for being a member. Good to see you guys. Ooh, look at that. There's a Twitter person says, hey, it's Master Swag King. Says, hello, hi, hello. Love your shirt, he says. Well, thank you. Guess what? It can be transformed, just like my desk. Look, it's like the Civil War. It's the Civil War logo. Isn't that cool? We'll do that again. When I transform the desk, we'll go back to the Civil War bit. I think that's pretty. You guys just like me doing that, don't you? I'm sure. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. I've been following you since the Fatal Jade Dark Council days. Wow, that's a long time. That's a long time. I mean, I think Fatal's still doing Dark Council. I think that show's still going. I haven't checked that out for a while, but pretty sure they're still doing it. I think Abu's not part of it anymore because he retired. But other than that, it's been going. Nina's hair's really curly today. Well, thank you, John. Thank you. I just did it for a couple of hours. So whenever you do like the curly hair routine, it's a good couple of hours of your time, and it's time well spent when somebody says, "Wow, your hair looks great today," and it's just like, "Oh, thank you." It took me no time at all. I shouldn't be telling you it took me hours. I should be telling you like I woke up like this because I'm amazing. But yeah, that's women for you. Okay. There is a lot to talk about, guys. I mean, there is definitely a lot to talk about today. I have so many topics planned. Let's start with what you guys probably find the least interesting. I know you're like, wait, what? But I kind of want to get it out of the way. Um, because I want to talk about this, but I probably think that I don't think a lot of you are super interested in this topic, but I am. So we're talking about it anyway. I'll try and be as clear as I can be for those of you who are definitely not keeping up with what's going on. Wolverine Snicket is here. Hello. And he is over on Rumble saying, "Found your Rumble. Howdy, Nina. Hello. Thank you for being here." Wolverine is going to get this next topic because our first topic of the night. Our first topic of the night is going to be about Helldivers, which is a game I've been playing recently with some friends online, including people like Wolverine Snicket, Tomby, Yellow Flash, Anna, that Star Wars girl, Raging Rhino. We've all been playing it. It's been super fun. But there's just certain things that have happened in the last couple of days that kind of like really irked me about the game because I was really enjoying it, like extremely. And then I found out something that I was like, why is it like why can't we have anything nice? Like I'm just kind of like why can't this be a thing? Like I mean, why does this have to be a thing? Is what I meant to say more about. But let's. I was going down my Twitter feed to bring up this topic that I'm telling you guys about, and then I saw like 20 other topics I want to talk to you about. Hang on a second. I should have pulled this up before I went live, but I didn't. That's my mistake. I'm sorry. Okay, here it is. Okay, here we go. All right. So what's going on is this game the other day, this is a multiplayer online game where you basically kill robots that look like Terminators, or you kill bugs. And it's very like Starship Troopers, super fun. I think it's kind of like based on that theme of Starship Troopers, but also including like Terminators, which is kind of crazy and cool and fun. A lot of it has been super, super fun. But then the other day, they did like one of their first big patches. And what they did is they nerfed a lot of the weapons and did a lot of weird stuff on the game where a lot of people start complaining, being like, well, I don't understand. Like, I spent this much time on this game and I've figured out what I like the best about this game. And now you've taken what I liked and basically nerfed it or made it super crazy. And then, now I just don't enjoy it as much anymore. So I'm not alone in this. I found out there's a lot of people that are feeling this way. And so apparently the developers of the game went on over on their Discord and kind of like excused the nerfing as basically you guys have to play the game the way we want you to play the game. Like not in so many words, that's basically what they said. And this is the article that covers that here, saying Helldivers2 dev lays out Arrowhead's strategy for buffing and nerfing the game's guns. Powerful weapons can't be too versatile. Versatile weapons can't be too powerful. So when it comes to the biggest cannon, for example, I'm trying to say this to some people that don't understand how to play or like what we're talking about even. So the ones that do will know what I'm talking about, but like the giant guns and things like that. are basically have been like weakened, and the spawns of the enemies have been increased, and the powerful enemies have been even more increased. And I've always found that the challenging aspect, or like the difficulty level aspect of the game, has always been kind of very, it doesn't make any sense, to be completely honest with you guys. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, there was a time, for example, me and Flash and Anna were playing, and Raging Rhino, I think, was part of our team. Somebody was part of our team. We were all playing it, and we were playing this really crazy level, and I was like, Flash, could we please go back to like challenging mode, because this is so difficult? And he was like, we are on challenging mode. And this was before the update. So that I always felt like they always had this kind of like weird situation that was going on with their level of difficulties for the games anyways. And then they kind of like even tweaked that further. So it was kind of, it's just really weird that they do that. And the theme of the game is basically spreading managed democracy. And I feel like the weird part is, I feel like the devs took that a little too seriously, and they're like, okay, we're gonna like make you, we're gonna like manage democracy, or like basically micromanage you, the player, as well. Like, that's what we want to do, because people were having fun with the game by themselves. They were discovering new weapons and combinations and doing what they wanted. People who spent a lot more time on it had different weapons they liked, and it was like their go-to weapons, versus people who don't spend as much time on it. So there's a lot of different aspects to this game that just, you know, is a lot of fun, but also became incredibly daunting and annoying after the update. And it's like, you know, for me, for a person like me I'm a veteran gamer. So for me, it's like, oh wait, my shirt messed up. I'm a veteran gamer. So for me, it's like, if I want to play something, like when people are like, get good, I'm like, that's not an excuse for me, because I am good at playing video games, and it's not really about that. It's about the amount of fun I'm having playing a video game, because it's not really about like the end goal or the end result at that point. It's about how much you're having fun getting to that end result. If I'm getting to that end result with like, oh my God, like having a freaking heart attack and a conniption and just completely frustrated, I don't feel like that's fun anymore. So that's kind of like where I'm at. And then reading this article really grinded my gears, because, you know, they're saying things like, we believe it's important to be completely transparent about our approach to the game balance, especially when it comes to weapons and stratagems that you have strong opinions about. He writes, our goal is to give you a wide range of weapon choices. Sure, you will have your favorite, but it should come from your personal preference, not from the universally agreed knowledge of which gun is the strongest. I mean, how is that any of your business as a developer? All you have to do is just give us the stuff and don't tell us how to play the freaking game. It's not really that difficult. And I think a lot of multiplayer online games fall into this trap of wanting to micromanage their audience and their players. And like, you know, there's things that people do want. Like, we wanted vehicles in this game, and instead of giving us that update of vehicles and that kind of stuff and fixing basic stuff that we wanted fixed forever, they're like, nah, we're just going to take away your favorite guns, because you're not playing the game right. And that becomes frustrating. And I think that's how you kind of lose your main customer base. Now, this guy here, he's way more passionate than I am. So I was watching this video today, and I really enjoyed it, and I figured I'd watch it with you guys a little bit and react to what he's saying, and just kind of like explain this. This is where I'm coming from as well. Well, we can put it on like...
Over the last few weeks, while covering the new updates to Helldivers 2, as well as our regular stress tests, I've been playing the living hell out of this game. Having finally crossed the 250-hour threshold, at this point, I have seen and unlocked it all. If Helldivers 2 were to stop existing tomorrow, I'd have still gotten my money's worth several times over. Absolutely amazing game.
It's been a really good game.
I used to play the original nigh on 10 years ago, but never expected a sequel intended to quietly play with my friends would become both a cultural...
Ooh, hang on. I want to say hello to Hypnotic. How you doing? Great channel over here, guys. Make sure you check out Hypnotic. How you doing, bud? Hypnotic's also playing
as well as a
Helldivers.
vessel to relaunch this channel. It's just a win-win all around. However, As you progressively sink more time into this game and start to play what currently constitutes the end game, that's when some of the cracks around the seams start to form. I've been trying to forewarn about these for quite some time, but due to the huge level of polarization among the community and low-quality, emotionally charged discourse surrounding the game, it's very difficult to get a sensible, nuanced take above the noise.
I absolutely agree with that sentiment, because this is literally like when I was voicing kind of like what I thought about the game, this is the kind of stuff that I was getting as well. Like, cry about it, get good, blah, blah, blah. It's like, that's not the kind of response. Like, where is the nuance? Like, what the frustration that players are feeling is not coming out of nowhere. There's something going on, and people need to have more nuance. Of course, this is the internet and people are going to be retarded. So that's
course surrounding the game, it's very difficult to get a sensible, nuanced take above the noise. Very recently, I ran a 7.5-hour stream that at some points highlighted and showcased every single issue I've been warning about for weeks.
I will say
link
this.
that for you in the card above in case
7.5-hour stream of Helldivers. That's insane. I will. Oh, wait, before I guess we go into this, by the way, this is this guy Erms Plays channel. Seems very dedicated to Helldivers. So if you're interested, check him out. Here we go.
in case you want something running in the background as you go about your day. Now, in my belief, we're starting to see the residual effects of this. The player base on Steam has just dropped off by around 20% if we compare the all-time peak to the 24-hour peak. If we're more conservative and compare last Saturday's peak with this Saturday's, bearing in mind that this Saturday has people trying the new War Bond for the first time, we see a drop-off of 17% week over week. The War Bond was not enough to bring people back. Now, of course, this isn't the end of the world. The game is still top 3, just behind Dota on the charts, so it's a screaming success. But part of what forms wisdom and insight is not only looking at where things are today, but rather looking at the signs and trying to project where they will be tomorrow. The last 2 balance changes started a snowball effect that is now gaining momentum. Players were alienated, and now they're starting to leave. I know this viscerally.
Players were alienated and are starting to leave. This is what's happened to me, because I'm like, well, I'm not enjoying this patch. I don't like what's happened to the game. I don't like the developer's response to the game or to my complaints about it. So therefore, I'm going to take a break for now. You know, I'm out. There's other games you can play. I mean, there's multitudes of games you can play. That's the thing about these kind of games. And that's the thing about that the developers don't seem to understand or grasp, is that time is valuable. Like, people's time is valuable, and people aren't going to stick around to try and, like, you know, figure out your nerf weapons if they've already spent a certain time playing the game and are liking what they're playing with. That is the entire point. And then if you want to, like, not make it boring, you have to do extra stuff that give them extra new things, like vehicles and more weapons, and not like stuff like that. Not take away what they already like and enjoy. It's ridiculous to do that.
Because my regular squad no longer plays, so I'm relegated to public games, and also because you guys let me know here in the comments. I've read thousands of these comments, and I feel your pain. My squad used to be on all day, every day. You couldn't unglue us from the game. Now I essentially have to beg to get a duo game happening. There is a conflux of issues facing Helldivers 2 presently, and that's what I want to dig into today, because I firmly believe that this is completely avoidable. The reason that Helldivers 2 was such a massive success on its launch is because its gameplay loop was darn near perfect. Yes, there were balancing issues. Yes, the spawns got pretty kooky in the higher difficulties. Yes, you had to basically avoid combat and these spawns get through difficulty 9, but that's not something that ever changed. One of the rules of testing and balancing is to only ever change one thing at a time. The issue with the first balance pass of Helldivers 2 is that not only did it change multiple things, but it changed all the most popular things negatively.
Yes.
This is immediately going to get players defensive.
That is one of the things, like, that is such a good criticism of that. It's not that it was just like 1 or 2 things. It was a lot of things at the same time. And it's like, then they're like, well, that's your fault because it was supposed to be like this to begin with. And you don't like it, so too freaking bad. And it's just like, no, that's not fun anymore. That's the whole point of the fucking game, is to have fun. That's the entire point.
Because they hate nerfs to things they grow attached to. But that was only the beginning. On top of the stated changes, we got a whole avalanche of stealth updates, such as buffs to enemy spawn rates and aggression. The game literally became more frustrating to play overnight, because not only did the developers ramp up the difficulty, but they hamstrung the tools we were using to manage it at the 100%. Same time. It was like breaking all the cardinal rules of game balancing at once.
Yep, that's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened. And it's so frustrating. It is so frustrating. Here's Wolverine Snicket saying, imagine being at your favorite bar and your bartender just decides to adjust the chemistry of your favorite drink. You'd be pissed like me at this game right now. See, exactly. Wolverine, I feel you, man. I feel you. That's exactly how I felt. And then they're like, no, you weren't drinking the drink right the whole time. Sorry, but that's the way it is now. Get good. Become a better alcoholic. It's like, what?
This was when I lost my regular squad. They just didn't have the patience to deal with the new aggro enemies, all the while having to learn the new meta to deal with them. They started feeling frustration rather than fun while playing, and as tends to happen when a game you buy for fun is no longer that, they stop playing.
Exactly.
And we're back.
Oh, there's an ad.
The team is looking down the barrel of a 4:55 meeting.
On that note, let's expand on the concept of meta, since it's such a dirty word to so many in the community.
It's so dirty.
Meta is an acronym that
So
stands
meta.
for most effective tactics available.
So dirty.
With that out of the way, there is always a meta for everything, not just games. There is meta for scaling companies. There is meta for becoming a bodybuilder. There is a meta for success in dating. Meta never goes away. It simply just changes. So
It really doesn't. Let me quickly get this super chat here. Thank you, Magnum Norse, for the $10. Says, I almost maxed out my YouTube chats on Gundam Retard Central, dropping it like it's hot over here now. Smells like Teen Spirit is what I say after dropping it. Oh my gosh. Well, thank you, Magnum Norse, for the first super chat of the night. Appreciate you, sir. Thank you.
Initial update did was take a functional meta, break it, then replace it with another that was more laborious to use. The 2 shots to the leg with the railgun followed by the primary to take down charges was replaced by just melting the leg with a flamethrower instead. Kill time was around the same, if not even faster, yet there were less steps involved and the process was just more boring.
Yep.
The railgun melting hulks was just replaced by the anti-material rifle melting hulks.
Which I've liked a lot. I use that weapon a
was
lot.
just replaced by the Scorcher melting Strider's front on. As of the recent update, with the addition of the stun grenade, we now have a meta that trivializes charges, Bile Titans, and hulks more than the original railgun plus energy shield meta ever did. This begs the question, why the nerfs at all? If we were simply going to buff other things to bring them to that level of efficacy, why did the original tools need to get hamstrung? Players would have been much more receptive to simply being given a viable flamethrower, recoilless rifle, EAT, and spear alongside what they were already using.
Yeah, we would have
Add
just...
to this, we had a developer add fuel to this fire by implying that players were using the original meta as a crutch, and to get better. All the while, we saw the dev team get obliterated trying to complete a difficulty 6 mission with Operator Drewski.
Look at
So
this!
he's still balancing the game based on...
The devs couldn't play their own game. That's the fucking issue. Because they're relying on statistics, okay? So they're like, okay, so the statistics are telling us that people like to use this gun, this gun, this gun, this gun, this gun. And then they go and play the fucking game themselves, and they get fucking wrecked because they don't know how to play their own fucking game. And because it's difficult. It's a difficult game. So when you listen to that, it's like you would think that the developers would be able to play their own game without freaking getting owned. No. So let's rewind that again because that's crazy.
All the while, we saw the dev team get obliterated trying to complete a difficulty 6 mission with Operator Drewski. So it appears that they were balancing the game based on spreadsheet readouts on completion rates rather than playing their actual game. One of the arguments was, people are still clearing Helldives. Well, yeah, of course they are. Helldivers 2 isn't a particularly challenging game, irrespective of difficulty.
Not.
If you've ever sim raced, flight simmed, or played 90s tournament shooters, this game is a breeze.
It is a breeze.
You can see me clear a Helldive as part of the aforementioned stream without breaking a sweat. The issue isn't that people are clearing it, it's how they're clearing it and what the experience is like.
Exactly.
The devil is in the details. Is it fun is the operative question.
Is
the
it
problem,
fun?
and again, you can see this in my stream, is that the difficulty levels are so spiky based on RNG and mission type that the difficulty levels have no meaning. In the same stream where I cakewalked a Helldive without breaking a sweat, I endured a difficulty 5 holdout mission that was several orders of magnitude more difficult than the Helldive. How does that make any sense? The game is completely out of balance with itself. It's like playing roulette 100%. And not knowing whether you're going to win the pot or lose your ass.
Very out of balance.
This was exacerbated even further with the recent tweak to spawn rates, which was supposedly going to reduce heavies and instead buff chaff enemies.
This was actually insane. Like the first night, before the actual update happened, the night before, I was playing with a friend of mine. We were having so much fun. And then we were talking about how we haven't had this much fun playing a game together for like 10, 15 years because it was so freaking fun. And then literally overnight, the next day, the game was completely destroyed. And there was a run that we did. We went on a suicide mission where because like the levels go like easy, medium, hard, challenging, suicide mission, then I think extreme, and then Helldivers. That's like that's the challenging level thing that they have. And we were doing a suicide mission, and they had like just mobs and mobs of the little bug creatures that you see here, like these little fuckers. And then you had about 10 or 12 of these chargers, and you had like about 4 or 5 of these mega titans, which was the giant, like these fuckers right here. You had those guys.
Just didn't have the patience to deal
like
with the new aggro
these
enemy.
ones. I'm like pointing at the screen, like you know what I'm talking about. These ones, like there was like 4 or 5 of them at the same time. I mean, this was the most ridiculous thing. And then none of your guns are working like the way that they were before, and it was just a mess, man. Like it was just a mess. It wasn't fun anymore.
Game, irrespective of difficulty. If you've ever sim raced, flight simmed, or played 90s tournament shooters, this game is a breeze. You can see me clear a Helldive as part of the aforementioned stream without breaking a sweat. The issue isn't that people are clearing it, it's how they're clearing it and what the experience is like. The devil is in the details. Is it fun is the operative question. The problem, and again you can see this in my stream, is that the difficulty levels are so difficult in the Helldive. How does that make any sense? The game is completely out of balance with itself. It's like playing roulette and not knowing whether you're going to win the pot or lose your ass. This was exacerbated even further with the recent tweak to spawn rates, which was supposedly going to reduce heavies and instead buff chaff enemies. The net effect of this created plagues of hunters that are able to leap on top of players from dozens of meters away and functionally two-shot them before they can even react. Because armor rating doesn't affect headshots, even heavy armor isn't a defense against this.
And their armor rating is just stuck in this game, generally speaking.
Roaming the countryside, all able to one-shot players. It took a game that was out of balance and just added a multiplier to the chaos. I've created videos showing that the reduction in heavy spawn rates very much can't be felt at all in some mission types.
It's
Yet
true.
People continue to conjure reasons not to believe their own eyes and justify either poorly explained or outright broken gameplay loops. This kind of attitude will murder the game in the long term. Closing our eyes, yelling, "I'm not listening," and ignoring the basic reality before us is not going to help anyone.
A lot of people are doing that.
Looping back around, we can clearly see why this is now finally being reflected in the play count. I'm convinced if this trajectory continues, the game will see an ongoing player exodus. We can revisit this video in a few months and see whether I'm right or wrong.
Yeah,
ultimately,
I agree. I think that's basically what it comes down to, is that at the end of the day, we'll see if players are responding to that or not. And that's really where the crux of the matter is for most of these online playable games, is how much like the longevity of the game is. How long are you able to keep it going, keep it fresh, keep it alive, that kind of thing, while keeping it fun at the same time. And I think a lot of developers fall into the trap of trying to micromanage players, which is really always very sad. And then they end up ruining the game. So I think it's happened with other games, like Destiny is a big one. And I've known people who just love Destiny and then decided, oh, like this game is just not the same that it used to be. I think Adam Krigler is one of those people. I never got into Destiny. I barely ever get into MMOs anymore. And most of the reasons is because of this very thing. Because usually they end up changing everything. And then you're like, what the was that? The fuck? Like I spent all this time on it and now it's all gone and it's bullshit. So anyways, I just wanted to vent about that for a minute because I really liked that game and I didn't like what they did. So I just wanted to share my experience, and I'm done with it for a minute, and I wonder what it's gonna happen. I wonder if a lot of people are like me, or no, a lot of people are just gonna keep playing it and be like, whatever, I'll just get good, and then until they change it again, and then they'll be like, oh, maybe I should have just, I don't know, maybe I should listen to the other people when they said this game is just stupid. Magnum Roosevelt Dallas says, this guy sounds extraordinarily Australian, like his girlfriend's name is Box Jellyfish. Yeah, he was cool. I liked his channel. I thought, well, he does a lot of Helldivers stuff, and I liked his accent as well. Thank you for the $5. City of Heroes is a good MMO. I've never heard of this. City of Heroes. I don't usually play MMOs anymore because it's just so time consuming as well. Why is my keyboard not working? Hold on. Oh no. Why is it not working? Uh-oh. Technical difficulties, people. Technical difficulties. Oh no. Why is this happening? Do I have the cursor somewhere else? No. Oh my gosh. I was trying to Google what you were saying and I won't write. Oh no. I'm having a boomer moment. Can't not do a stream without a keyboard, people. It's very difficult. Okay. I'm gonna have to fix this. So just give me a moment. I gotta have to plug it and plug it back in. Hang on a sec. I am back. I wonder if it worked. That's weird. That was weird. There we go. It's working. Smash the like. There we go. It's working now. What's up, Tomby? You missed the portion about Helldivers. But I just finished talking about that and how annoyed I was about the game. So yeah, yay. Thank God. Is that the shirt that changes color? Yes, it is. What's up, Russell? How you doing? TZ saying, hey, Rumble chat. Hello. Hello, hello. Thomas Best says Nina's beautiful. Well, thank you, Thomas. Thank you. Appreciate that. Don't worry. I've been looking at bottoms in Stellar Blade. My goodness. Oh my God. Okay. Let's talk about the next topic. You somewhere new? I moved out of the closet. I'm out of the closet, Tommy. I'm now liberated. Okay. Let's talk about the next topic, which is Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Can you smell what The Rock is cooking? Yeah, I used to work on that. I was a big Rock fan when I was growing up. I used to do that. Practice the eyebrow raise. Crazy eyes. Well, apparently people can't smell what The Rock is cooking because he's peeing in bottles on sets. That's what's going on. He smells like ammonia. Apparently that's what The Rock's been cooking on the set of some shows. TV or a movie. Hang on. Would have been nice if I had pulled up this article. Actually, I did pull up the article, but then it was like, I'm behind a paywall, paid to read me. And I was like, no, this article is behind a paywall. Read one down. How Dwayne Johnson's tardiness led to a $250 million runway production exclusive. And then it's like, pay me. What? Who pays for articles nowadays? Who's paying for this? Not me. Because that's why I went and found another source that tells you the same thing for free. So here it is. Dwayne Johnson blasted for alleged unprofessionalism, peeing in water bottles, and allegedly being hours late to the set every day. Wow. My God. Okay, I will say this. This dude's been peeing on the set. That's kind of gross, okay? Like it's just gross. I read this. There was another headline. I think it was like the Perez Hilton headline. Here, let me try and find that because that was funny. And it was saying like he made assistants, like set assistants, handle it, and I was like, what? Hold on, because that was like in the Perez Hilton like headline, and I was like, what? He made the assistants touch the pee bottle. Like, that is fucking gross. Okay, Perez. Perez is like, disable your ad blocker. I'm like, all right. Okay, here we go. Here's this funny ass headline here. Bombshell reports The Rock pees in bottles and makes PAs handle it. Cost movie millions by showing up 8 hours late every day. God damn. The PAs had to touch it? Gross, man. Okay, so here's the thing. I didn't know. So I was kind of like, because obviously, because I'm a woman and we don't like just pee anywhere. Because we don't have that ability. So we usually go to the toilet. And so I asked on Twitter, I was like, do guys normally do this? Like, is this a thing? And a lot of people were like, yeah, it is. Like, dudes apparently go in bottles all the time. Now, mind you, a lot of the dudes that like have said yes are either truckers or, you know, just people who are on the road for whatever reason, because it's the way of the road. And that's why I made my thumbnail what I made him, because it's like, you know, that's funny because it's from a funny episode of Trailer Park Boys. Do you guys know what that episode is? The Way of the Road. What's going on, Stump Brat? How you doing? So I know women that will pee anywhere. I have not known women that will pee anywhere. Okay, hold on. Let me pull up just so I can show you guys what I'm talking about here. We're gonna watch this. This is from the show Trailer Park Boys explaining what piss jugs are. Here we go.
Ray, can you not throw your dirty old piss jugs around, please?
Hey, Dad, got you some more piss jugs?
Oh, excellent, buddy. Right on, man. Ray, there's got to be a better system than this peeing in jugs. You're going to make Barb lady mad.
Barb doesn't care, Bubs. It's an empty lot. It's not like they're right out in the open. Don't worry about it. Way of the road, buddy.
It's the way of the road,
I don't know
buddy.
if you noticed or not, Ray, but you're not on the road. Your rig cab doesn't move an inch.
Way of the road, Bubs.
Well, Ray used to be on the road.
He's like, I don't know if you realize, but you're not on the road, bro. Oh my God. That's exactly what somebody needs to say to The Rock. Like, over on the set of wherever he's pissing in fucking bottles and shit. It's like, I don't know if you noticed, Dwayne, but you're not on the road, bro. You're not on the road.
What is a trucker? And that's what truckers do. They're driving along and they've got deadlines to meet. They don't want to pull in and park their truck, walk in, take a pee in the toilet and go back out and get in the road. They just have an old jug and they put their bird in it, have a pee, cap it off, and once it's full, they just drill the fucking thing out in the highway. I mean, I don't agree with it. I see where they're coming from, trying to make their deadlines, but Ray's been firing them all over the park like he's still driving a truck.
Okay, side note. If you guys haven't seen Trailer Park Boys, you're missing out. Just saying. By the way, rest in peace, Mr. Leahy. God, that is such a good show. Thank you, Russell Hall, for the $5. Says, was he the only one peeing in bottles on set? Did everyone else go to the bathroom, or were they all incredibly rushed and he did what he had to do? Good question. We're gonna read that article and find out. And also for $2, maybe it's time you bought yourself a Shiwi. No, Russell, I'm not interested, honestly, because it's gross. Like, look, if I was a trucker, maybe I'd consider it. But like, nah, like I don't need it in my daily life. Like, like I'm good. I don't live outside. I live inside. I'm like in civilization. So I will just go to the bathroom. I'm good. I considered it at one point, to be honest with you. When I used to live in Canada and we'd go to like camping a lot, I considered it for like a minute. And then I was like, nah, I'll use either a bathroom or I'll go the way nature intended, in the wild. Like that's how women would always go. We would just squat and, do our business and try and find a piece of leaf to wipe ourselves with that's not poison ivy. And then, you call it a day. You just do your business and you call it a freaking day. That's it, that's called exactly. You find a freaking bush, you go do your business and you call it a freaking day. It doesn't have to be a whole process. Like, let me get my shiwi so I can stand up and piss everywhere. Like, it's never been a real priority for me personally. Sisters of Bacon, Russell Hall, thank you for the $2. Says maybe Anna could teach you how to go standing up. Well, like Anna doesn't need to teach me because most women know how to squat pee. So that's like semi standing up where you're like, you're just kind of like hovering over the thing. You guys can't see me do it, but you just kind of like squat pee. Like you're doing squats in like, public bathrooms or whatever, because nobody wants to sit on that shit. That stuff is gross. Except that, like, one of the things that I love about America is the invention of the toilet seat cover, because most other places don't have that. So the women actually have to squat, like they squat over the toilet seat. So we're not fucking touching that shit. It's disgusting. So yeah, that's what we do. Okay, yeah. So yeah, Anna doesn't need to teach me how to pee. Okay, let's go back to this the Rock article. Oh, which one should we read? Do you guys want to read the Perez Hilton version? Or do you want to read the Cinema Blend version? 1 in the chat for Perez, 2 in the chat for Cinema Blend. Which one I think Perez would probably be funny. Squatting is for pussies, Nina. Huh? Squatting is so you don't touch the toilet seat for women. You just squat. 1 for Perez. Oh, okay. A lot of people are pressing 1. 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. Oh my God, it's the same. We need more votes. $69. Saw 1. Doesn't know how to follow directions. 1.5. All right. Well, we're California. You know what? Rumble says 1. Hypnotic says 1 3/4. Okay. We're going with Perez. He's gay and amazing. So let's do it. Here we go. He's peeing in bottles and making PAs handle it. What did I see Spike call it earlier? You said something funny. You said PAs is like piss assistant or something like that. God, that was funny. I was like cracking up about that. I couldn't highlight it at that point. You've been talking about pee for exclusively like 10 minutes. Look, it's a big deal, guys. We've got 354 people in the chat right now. Everybody wants to hear about The Rock pissing in bottles. Piss ants. Okay, here we go. Oh my God, he said my joke. We can smell what The Rock is cooking. A whole lot of alleged unprofessionalism. Oh, I thought he was going to say ammonia. Damn. Missed opportunity there, Perez. Oh, and apparently pee. Okay, there we go. See? He did the same thing. Just the same thing as me. Nina, what happened to your chair? My chair's still here. I'm just standing up. We will go back into sitting mode in a little bit. On Tuesday, The Wrap dropped a shocking bombshell report detailing some of the Black Adam star's alleged behavior on set. That is when he would show up to the set at all. Perhaps most bizarrely, Dwayne Johnson has a reputation for peeing in water bottles. This is actually something he's copped up to in the past. What? He did? He talked about it back in 2021 during an interview with Esquire, explaining the amount of water he drinks doesn't always work well with the gyms that don't have bathrooms attached. So, what? Which gyms don't have bathrooms? I'm so confused. Wait. Do you guys want to see the article better? I don't know which view I should go to. Gyms that don't have bathrooms attached? I don't understand. So instead of just counting the long restroom commutes as extra cardio, he opts to let rip in water bottles. Ew. Wild, right? But that's what he admits to. What he does with them, that's one of the awful new allegations. Oh my God. Bruh. Oh my God. Bruh. An insider claimed that The Rock has brought his filthy habit out of the gym, even while shooting movies. The Moana star still prefers bottles over bathrooms. What the F? But here's the grossest part. The source says that he makes personal assistants deal with the aftermath. Quote, on set away from his trailer, if he needs to pee, he doesn't go to the public bathroom. He pees in a Voss water bottle and his team or PA has to dispose of it. A Voss water bottle? That's pretty specific. We're looking that up. We're looking that up. Hold on. The important questions are being answered. Mainly how thick this water bottle opening is. I mean, it ain't no piss jug. Okay. I think it's it's got a pretty wide lip. It's a wider looking bottle. It's not a piss jug. But that's what it looks like. Hang on. I shared the wrong screen. So this is it. This is the 850 ml version. Is that what penis are for? Apparently for The Rock, yeah. My God. Okay, hold on. We're going back to this. Going back to Perez's reporting here. Now the funny part is, this is the other part I was going to tell you guys. So like on Twitter, people were telling me like, yeah, Nina, it's normal because dudes do this all the time. Like dudes go into bottles all the time, like soldiers. And I was like, you mean in like the military, like where you're behind enemy lines and you're like, I'm going to go in a freaking bottle because you probably can't peek your head out because you're going to get freaking sniped or some shit. I think that's a pretty good excuse. Like to, if you're in the military to go in the fucking bottle because you're like, behind enemy lines or whatever, like, okay, you know, and I'm sure you're not going to get your fucking, you know, the person that's, you know, carrying like the med or something, like the medic or something like that. Hey, can you get rid of this piss bottle for me? Probably chucking the piss bottle somewhere else, like, you know, just like leaving it there or whatever. So like being a soldier, yeah, I think you can make an exception for being a soldier or even a trucker, like the way that, you know, Trailer Park was making fun of. But like, dude, this dude is on a set of a movie where people are like, you know, PAs are going around and taking like, you know, coffee orders for the stars, and they're like, I'll have a half tea, child mocha mocha tea chai tea whatever latte, half calf, like whatever. I don't know. You guys know what I'm talking about, like the long ass fucking names that they say of these drinks that you're like, what the hell did you just say? Half calf skim fucking whatever. That's the kind of shit that the PAs are supposed to be doing, okay? Not taking somebody's fucking piss bottle and fucking chucking it. Jesus Christ. Stomp Rat, you've been in the industry. I see you in the chat. Have you ever known anyone that pissed in a bottle on the set? I'd be interested to know your experience. And if you saw it, what did you do? Oh my God. Red says the PA's gonna sell it on eBay. Oh my God, that would have been funny. Sister Bacon, aka Russell Hall, says for $5, it's not normal for guys to go in bottles, but on a set where you're the star in a costume and can't be holding everyone up to go tinkle, it's fine. I don't know if it's fine. I don't know if I'd consider that okay, Russell. I'd be like, bro, like, and besides, apparently this wasn't like, he's doing this to save time. Meanwhile, he's like 8 hours late to the set. So why don't you be on time, and then maybe you'll have time to go pee. Like, you know, time to go pee. It's not, like, what the fuck, dude? It's fine, he says. Everything is fine. I feel like Russell really likes to pee in bottles or something. So funny that is always specific brand. Is it because of the wide mouth on the Voss bottle, do you think? Okay, that's funny. Perez, that's funny. Yes, I do. But that's not the only thing he's developed a reputation for. According to the sources, the hulking father of 3 also notoriously is late to sets, like 7 to 8 hours late. That's almost a whole day. And it happens consistently. That tardiness led his upcoming blockbuster flick balloon in budget. The 51-year-old has spent the last couple of years working on Red One, an action-packed Christmas movie co-starring Chris Evans. It's slated for release in November, but was originally supposed to come out last Christmas. The delay was supposedly due to the Hollywood strikes, but The Rock's alleged behavior may have also played a role. A Red One insider told The Wrap. The only thing Dwayne was consistent at was being chronically late. Wow. That's a big oof. Yeah, I swear, Perez is like reading my mind. He's like, oof, that is a big oof. According to the outlet, the Baywatch star apparently showed up to the set 7 to 8 hours late per day and would sometimes even miss entire days. For those who don't know, the most expensive thing in a movie is time. A production company has to rent a location for an allotted amount of time and pay dozens of crew members, so every hour costs tens of thousands of dollars, even more on a big action spectacular like this. When they can't film because the star is off doing its own thing, the money just spills out on the floor like so many Voss bottles full of human waste. The Rock being late allegedly cost the studio $50 million, according to the 3 insiders who chose to remain anonymous over the risk of being canned. The film's budget reportedly shot up to $250 million thanks to this conduct. Damn. That's special surprise. That's especially surprising given how quickly the Dwayne was to lay the smackdown on Fast and the Furious co-star Vin Diesel for being unprofessional. Okay, that's the, oh my God. Perez is totally reading my mind, because that was the next point I was going to bring up was, do you guys remember when that whole stuff went down with like The Rock being like, I'm not going to work with this motherfucker anymore. He's unprofessional, all this stuff. And then they stopped working together. And like Vin Diesel's like, this motherfucker is a piece of shit. I'm guessing that this mother was peeing on sets and probably like, maybe late as well. And Vin Diesel was like, family doesn't pee on sets. Okay, Dwayne, we go to the bathroom. Okay, please don't pee in front of the family. I think that may have been an issue. What do you guys think? Russell Hall for $5 says it's not normal for guys to go on bottles, but on okay, we got that one. Thank you. Russell again for $2 says he was 8 hours late according to a gossip rag. No, that's not according to the gossip rag. This is according to the actual article that was written. I've checked it in different places. Now, well, we can talk about why this thing is coming out now. This isn't the gossip rag, though. This is based on an actual interview and like the insiders coming out and saying the shit. Perez is just putting it in his own words, which is funny. He says Perez has a habit of pulling shit out of his ass. Well, he's not putting piss into bottles. So take it how you will, I guess. 200 Watt Studios for $5. What's up? Says, hey, pretty lady, R. Kelly used to call his girlfriends his little bottles. Oh my God. Oh my God. But God damn, 200 Watt Studios. That was a lot more spicy than anything Russell said all night. Man, Russell, you got to up your game, bro. Hey-oh. Wow. Starbrad says Judy Garland ruined her career for being late. Wow, really? I didn't know that. She was notoriously late on set. Is that true? Holding up a set is forbidden. So much money wasted every hour. Yeah, I think that's a big deal. It's a big deal for a lot of movies. Spicy sister of Bacon, aka Russell Hall, for $2 says, sorry, I guess I'm not as spicy as some people. That's right. You wish, Russell. I know where you were going with that, Russell. Don't think I don't know. I know you by now. I'm not gonna repeat it, but I know where you were going with it. So yeah, what do you guys think? Do you think like the Dwayne The Rock Johnson got into it with Vin Diesel over this piss situation, or probably being late? Like, I mean, let's face it. That's probably the late thing more than the pissing thing. But what do you guys think? Do you think it was piss bottles? Like maybe like Vin would show up to the set and there'd be like piss jugs everywhere. And he'd be like, Russell would be like, God damn it, Dwayne. Like, you're not on the road, bro. Like, there's fucking piss jugs everywhere. Can you imagine? Oh my God. Oh my God. Most celebrities are commie morons, says a house. Well, you're not wrong. That's true. But we can make fun of them. Dwayne truly doesn't give a fuck. I mean, apparently not. Another studio insider said The Rock's absolute refusal to work more than a 4 or 5 hour day is what causes the problems with another calling it a control thing. A control thing, like what? Like making everyone, making sure everyone knows he's boss. Yeesh. So, anyways, that's the story. is that he's peeing in bottles. He would never ask, what? As for the urinary activities, another insider denied he ever forced a PA to dispose of the contaminated water bottle on set. Quote, he would never ask another person to dispose of something like that. Okay, so what one person said they did, another person they didn't. Maybe it was just one lucky PA he didn't like. Or I should say unlucky. Unlucky PA he didn't like. Did she just confuse me with Bubbles? No, I was saying that that's Vin Diesel. Like Vin Diesel is like Bubbles and being like, what the fuck? Like, why are you putting fucking goddamn piss jugs all over the damn set? To the Rock. That's what I was saying. He wouldn't ask, he would demand. He'd be like, can you smell? I tell you where to put this pee jug. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, let's talk about the other elephant in the room. Hold on. Pulling up the article. So now we made fun of The Rock. I mean, it's pretty easy to make fun of him. It's funny. I mean, the situation is funny. We can make fun of it, but let's get down to the nitty gritty. Why is this coming out? Some people think it's because The Rock didn't toe the line properly. Specifically with regards to this, saying that for this headline, Dwayne Johnson won't endorse a presidential candidate in 2024 election between me and the ballot box. So this year, he did not endorse Sleepy Joe. He didn't do it. He was like, I won't do it. I've seen what the hell is going on in California. My taxes are fucked. The economy is shit. There's fucking homeless people fucking everywhere. I'm not going to endorse this motherfucker this year. So you didn't do it. So do you guys think that maybe, just maybe, it's because he didn't toe the line that they're calling him, like, this whole P-gate is happening? I don't know. Maybe he never peed on the set. I don't know what to believe. Although apparently they're saying that he admitted to it himself, like at the gym. I mean, you could admit to that at the gym, okay? Like maybe you did it once or twice at a gym. But then, like, is he doing it on the set all the time? I don't know, man. I don't know. I wonder. Exactly, Russell. Gee, I wonder. What's going on to Marge and I over on Twitter? Hey, hey, hey. Wait, what? Nina, seen it. What have I seen? I didn't see The Rock OPP. Yeah, so I just feel like it's correlation, causation. I don't know. It's interesting, though. It's interesting to know. Oh, we got this one already. Thank you, Russell. So yeah, there you go. There's the Rock's P-gate. Now, actually, before I came on here, there was another headline that popped up about The Rock, and I was like, oh, I could talk about this too. Let me pull that up because I was like, wait, what is this? Because this has to do with The Rock. And this was like new news. Where did it go? Where did it go? Okay, here it is. I'm gonna have to look up the actual article this is from because sometimes discussing film just, as Russell would say, like pulls shit out of their ass, and you're like, what the hell are you talking about? So this is from Discussing Film, not to be mistaken for Disbussing Film, which is the freaking site that parodies them. It says Dwayne Johnson speaks on Rebecca Ferguson refusing to work with a former co-star after they screamed at her. Hate seeing this, but love seeing her stand up to bullshit. Rebecca was my guardian angel sent from heaven on set. Maybe she threw away his pee bottles. Maybe she didn't judge him. Maybe she was like, you know what? You know what, Dwayne? I accept you for your pee bottles. I accept you for who you are. He says, I love that woman. I'd like to find out who did this. Oh, no. That sounds like really threaty. Like he wants to beat him up. He's like, they will smell what The Rock is cooking. I want to know what's going on. So let's look this up because I have no idea what's happening. Who yelled at Rebecca Ferguson and why? Let's see. Let's see why. Is she in the news? What's happened to her? I'm Googling it. Why is this being said? See, this is why I hate discussing film sometimes too. Like, where was this said? Like, where is, like, you know, sometimes they put source, like whatever, and then they'll link it. But sometimes they'll just say this shit. And you're like, okay, where, like, okay, where is this from? Where's this quote from? Okay, let's see. Rebecca Ferguson. What did he say? Attacked on set? Screamed at her on set. Screamed at on set. Let's see. Rebecca Ferguson opens up about defending herself on what? Rebecca Ferguson opens up about learning to speak up for herself and being screamed at on set. Okay. Let's see what she has to say. Let's see. Let me share the screen with you guys. I didn't hear about this until today. It's the first time I'm hearing. We're finding about this together. We're finding about this together. I've never heard about this situation. Who yelled at her? I guess that's what The Rock wants to know. Dwayne Johnson is applauding his former co-star Rebecca Ferguson for calling out an actor who she says berated her on a movie set. Ferguson, who currently appears in Dune Part 2, revealed this week on Rain with Josh Smith podcast that the absolute idiot of a co-star whom she did not name repeatedly screamed at her on the set of the unnamed project. Doesn't matter who it is, she added, before sharing the story of the time she was proudest for speaking out and using her voice. What is this? Go away. Doesn't matter. This human being was being so insecure and angry because this person couldn't get the scenes out, Ferguson explained. And I think I was also vulnerable and uncomfortable that I got screamed at and I would cry walking off set. Wow, that's terrible. Oh, wait, is this
When do you think you've been proudest of using your own voice?
I did a film with an absolute idiot of a co-star.
Oh,
and this human being was being so insecure and angry because this person couldn't get the scenes out. And I think I was so vulnerable and uncomfortable that I got screamed at and I would cry walking off set. This person would literally look at me in front of the whole crew and say, you call yourself an actor. This is what I have to work with. What is this? And I stood there just breaking. This happens. But because this person was number one on a call sheet, there was no safety net for me. So no one had my back. And I remember the next day I walked on and I said, you get off my set. This is the first time I've ever spoken. I remember being so scared. And I looked at this person and I said, you can F off. I'm going to work towards a tennis ball. I never want to see you again. And then I remember the producers came up and said, you can't do this to number one. We have to let this person be on set. And I said, but the person can turn around and I can act to the back head.
Wow.
And I did. I was so scared. I feel it now when I'm saying it. But from that moment, I have never let myself get to a point when I've got home and gone, why did that happen?
I wonder if that person was a man or a woman. Because the reason I asked that, I'm asking that is because usually when that kind of stuff happens, I feel like it's a lot more easier for women to kind of tell another female coworker to go fuck themselves versus it being a man, especially in this day and age, because I just don't see how if it was a man that, I don't know, in this day and age for them to even like treat her like that. And also, wouldn't it be interesting if it was a woman? Because when you have people like The Rock being like, I'd like to see who that person was, like as if like she's gonna go beat this person up. So what if it is a woman? Like, what are you gonna do, Rock? Like, are you gonna go up to this person and like flex and shit? If it was like, I don't know, somebody like Patty Jenkins or something, let's say. I'm just throwing out a name. I'm just throwing out a female director's name. I'm not saying it was Patty Jenkins in the least. I'm just throwing out a name. What if it was her? Like, are you going to go after her and be like, how fucking dare you, bitch? Why don't you get rid of my piss jug? I just don't know. 200 Watt Studios for $5 says, of course they have a job title for that on set. It's called a PA. Oh my God. Ugh, they do. They do. 200 Watt Studios for $2 says they gave The Rock the nickname the Kidney. Oh my God. Oh my God. She's clearly referring to a man. She said she kept saying this person, so I don't know. Why was it so clear that she was referring to a man? I don't know if she was referring to a woman or a man. Besides, what is a woman nowadays? Going to have a piss bottle. So her coworker was berated her. That's not his job. I don't understand. I don't know. I don't know what you mean. Let's see despite her fear and discomfort, Ferguson said that she found the courage to speak up for herself, even telling the co-star that she would rather look at a tennis ball than the co-star's face while she filmed her scenes. Okay, that does sound like she's talking to a dude. That does sound like that. I remember the next day I walked on set and I get you off my set. Okay, we've listened to that. I wonder what this is. Do you guys think this happened on Dune? Johnson, who's co-starred alongside Ferguson in the 2014 action fantasy flick Hercules, appeared to rule himself out when he tweeted for support for Ferguson. A former WWE star posted a clip of Ferguson sharing her story with Smith on X, writing, hate seeing this, but I love seeing her stand up to Bulls. Rebecca was my guardian angel. Okay, yeah, so we saw that. Let's go to this tweet and see if there's any funny replies. Like, are you going to go give him a piss jug or something? Let's see. So that was the video we just watched. Hate seeing this, but okay, so let's see. We already know it was Tom Cruise. Why do you think the last MI movie was so crappy? The actors were never in the same room with each other and they killed off her character early on. Ooh. It could be Tom Cruise. Because Tom Cruise does have a habit of yelling at people. He's not shy about yelling at people. I mean, we all heard that freaking phone call. I got it. The Rock kidney, so I totally got it. You didn't have to write it out. Of course I got it. Pull up the list of movies she's been so we can speculate. Okay, let's see. I don't know. I feel like that first guy just nailed it. I think it's Tom Cruise. Let's see. Pulled up the IMDb. Let's speculate. Who's she talking about? So Doom Part 2, Silo. What is this? I don't Silo's a show? Never heard of this. Is it good? What is this show? I think I have heard of it. Has anyone watched this? Is it good? So it could be Tim Robbins. Doubtful. Common. Maybe. Maybe that's why she's not naming him, because he's a black guy. I don't think it was this person or these people. Could be a director. Although she did say co-star. Co-star means somebody else that like works with her. Mission Impossible. So Tom Cruise definitely. I think Tom Cruise. I think it's definitely Tom Cruise. I mean, he yells at people. Wait, has she done a movie with Christian Bale? Because it could be Christian Bale as well. Spark Hunter? The hell, Spark Hunter? Never heard of this movie. Charles Dance was in this movie. I don't know if Charles Dance would be yelling at her. Mark Rylance? I don't know. I don't see it. Tom Cruise? Sounds like it. What's up, Dirty Jersey, over on Twitter? Hello. Hello. What do you guys think? What do you guys think it is? Do you think it's The Rock? Kathleen Turner. Did I just see Kathleen Turner? Oh yeah, Kathleen Turner is in this movie. What else? Dune. Dune Part 1. Okay, we're going like really old now. I think it's between people on Silo, Mission Impossible, or the Spark Hunter, because this seems around the time that she's talking about. I know, I haven't seen her in ages either. It's true. Wait, what? She confirmed it was not Tom Cruise or Hugh Jackman. Okay, all right. She did? So it's not Tom Cruise. Maybe it's his character. Maybe it's his character from Tropical Thunder, Leslie Grossman. That'd be funny. It's likely Jake Gyllenhaal. When was that interview? I don't know. That's a good question. Because there's no date on here. This says February 27th. So February? It was in February. February 2024. That's when the interview's at. Timothy Chalamet. I don't know if he's like... I don't know if Tim Chalamet is like... What's the nice way of saying this? Like man enough to yell at her? I just don't see it. Like, I don't... Like, he's so femmy. I just don't see him being like, I don't know, yelling at her. I just don't see it. But maybe. Yeah, assertive enough. Exactly. Too twinky. Heterosexual. Yes, exactly. He's a little gay-ish. Gayish. Jake, have you seen him recently? It might be Roid Rage. What? Okay, let's look up Jake Gyllenhaal. What's going on with Jake Gyllenhaal? And what movie was he in? Why are we saying it's Jake Gyllenhaal? Was he in Silo? Why are we saying it's Jake? I'm confused. Roadhouse? He's actually in the news right now. Jake Gyllenhaal stars in teaser trailer for the series Presumed Innocent. Okay. Never heard of that show. Roadhouse remake. Wait, there's a Roadhouse remake? How come I didn't see this on the IMDb? Oh no, this is Silo. I'm curious about the Silo show. Reminiscence. What? What do you guys see? Roadhouse remake? I'm confused. Dr. Sleep was good. She's not a good actress, so whoever it was is right. Okay, disagree, Sean Bird. I think she's pretty good. I really liked her in Dr. Sleep. She was fucking creepy in that movie, man. Some movies do not need to be remade. I definitely agree with this. They scrubbed it already? Bruh. What the fuck? Ever since that Roadhouse abomination, he lost his fucking mind? Wow, really? How come I don't know anything about this, you guys? Hold on, now I'm like really curious. Oh, Jake was in this movie, not Rebecca. So what's happened to him? Is he doing drugs? What's going on? Ooh, this movie looks not great. What is this movie? Oh my God, Conor McGregor is in this movie. Give me a fucking break. Oh wait, I'm not sharing my screen. Hang on, I'm boomering it. Hang on. Give me a fucking break. This movie. That's. Oh, there it is. Bruh. Conor McGregor is a piece of shit. Ex-UFC fighter Dalton takes a job as a bouncer at a Florida Key roadhouse, only to discover that this paradise is not as all it seems. Okay. And then I was looking at the images, and they look just, I don't know. That looks kind of gay.
Why are you gay?
Oh boy. Wait, didn't he do that other gay movie too? Like the cowboy one? Or is that somebody else? Wait, who was in the cowboy movie? Am I thinking of somebody else? What was that cowboy movie called again? Brokeback Mountain? No, that wasn't him. Brokeback Mountain. Okay, so I was right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'd never seen that movie. I was like, a movie about Wait, is that fucking what's his name? That rapper dude? Are you fucking serious? This movie is so ridiculous. Oh my god, it is Post Malone. Oh my god. Jake and Heath, that's right. Yeah, I never watched that movie because I don't know. At the time, I was just like, movie about gay cowboys. I don't think this movie's made for me. So I just didn't go. I didn't care. Like people who like that kind of thing, like all the power to you. I'm good. The original Roadhouse had Swayze and Sam Elliott. Perfection. Oh, well, I do love Swayze. I never seen the original or this one. Clearly, I would never watch this movie, honestly, because Conor McGregor is a piece of shit. Yeah, you know, I feel like that's probably what happened. Because you know that saying, that's one of my favorite quotes from the movie 8mm. You hang out with the devil don't change, the devil changes you. So I feel like maybe that's what happened. Maybe he just was a really bad influence on him. Interesting. Very interesting. So you guys think that it might be that dude. All right. All right. Now, okay, we talked about Helldivers. We talked about The Rock and P-Gate. So that was like the two main topics on the thumbnail, but there was a couple other things I wanted to talk to you guys about. Actually, I have a lot of stuff that we can talk about. First things first. I saw this today and I was like, okay, that's fucked up. The Quartering reported the word Rumble is banned from YouTube super chats. I had to censor this. And then he like tagged Rumble video and the Rumble CEO. And as you guys can see here, the word Rumble had to put a star in there. Like porn. You know, you guys do like the star for porn or whatever. So that's interesting. Apparently, like YouTube is super petty. Chris going, is this true? I super chatted the exact same thing without the star and it rejected it. I put it in a regular comment a month ago and within 50 minutes it was yeeted. Wow. So apparently that's a thing. That's really, I mean, it's really freaking petty, right? Like, I mean, it's like, what the hell? Like, who cares? For YouTube to do that? It's like, why would you care? I don't know. That's just stupid and bizarre to me. Okay, let's talk about. Okay, here's a funny one. I thought this was fucking hilarious. Cocteau says Rumble has been banned from my comments for over a year. If I used it, my comments were auto deleted. It took literally a minute to be deleted. Wow. Sisters of Bacon, aka Russell Hall, says, why do you know a secret method for looking up porn or prawn? No, I'm saying like when people put like the word porn and then they put the star in there, there's no secret method. I don't know what you're talking about, weirdo. I love the movie Rumble in the Bronx. Hey, look at that. You said Rumble. And it worked fine. Rumble, 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 rumble. Seems pretty okay. Let's see if it's going to. Let's see if it's going to do something. Let's see if it's going to do it. Okay, this was fucking. Well, I mean, he did take like a screenshot of it. So, or maybe it's just like my little channel is like tiny and they don't give a fuck shit, you know, they don't give a crap about mine, but he's got like what 1.5 million followers. Maybe they've done it on certain channels. Rumble! Rumble. I like Rumble. Okay, this was funny. Here we go. Barry Jenkins, is that Patty Jenkins's brother? Barry Jenkins is defending Mufasa the Lion King. Quote, for decades, children have sat in theaters all over the world experiencing collective grief for the first time, engaging Shakespeare for the first time, and most potent vessel for communal empathy. Did this motherfucker just fucking did this fool just compare his shitty fucking prequel, his goddamn shitty soulless fucking prequel to Shakespeare? Yes, he did. Quote also, there is nothing soulless about The Lion King. There is definitely something soulless about your shitty CGI weird fucking 3D shit. Okay? Yes, this garbage is soulless. The original Lion King, no. The original Lion King was full of soul, full of color, full of life. It was fantastic, and it was definitely an introduction, yes, of Hamlet to young children. It was the story of Hamlet redone in a Disney way. And I was able to I told that to my mom really early when I was like when I first watched it in Iran. Like somebody asked me like, how did you like Lion King? And I was like, it was Hamlet, so of course I liked it. Hamlet's one of my favorite stories. So it was great. Nick Braun for $1.99 says Roomba. I really want one of those. Like the vacuum. Best I can do is Roomba for $1.99. Hey, you tried. What's up, Teresa? Hey, man. By the way, I'm so sorry I didn't make it to your monetization to stream, Teresa. I had date night that night. Had a great night, but I couldn't make it. I'm so sorry. I hope it went well. Thank you again for the $1.99 there. Thank you again, Spike, for that. What's up, Brez? I didn't know you were here, Brez Monkey. So Kimba the White Lion is great. It's great. But yeah, so reading this really, I was just like, what are you talking about, man? Because that trailer, my God, did you guys see this new one? Like, I mean, forget about Lion King 1. But did you guys see this new trailer for The Lion King? It literally is like retconning the story and is talking about because it's supposed to be a prequel about like Mufasa's life or whatever. And they're like, they say something about how like he wasn't meant to be royalty, but he is. And like what they're trying to say that he's like some fucking random lion that just showed up or something. Like, I'm like, what is this? Like, why would you even try and like, first of all, like who wants a fucking prequel of like Mufasa's life? Like that is what the fuck? Like, where are we going with this garbage, Disney? Like, you have nothing else to remake now, so you're just going off this garbage and like doing prequels to your stories that were already great. I mean, it's just fucking annoying. Wolverine Snicket, thank you for the 10. Says, here's the super chat for a super cool chick. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, thank you so much. Spoiler, he dies. Well, he's not gonna die in this movie, but yes, he does die. Nomad said, yes, I saw the trailer. Somewhat impressed, not impressed enough to see the movie. Dude, I can't deal with these live action animations. I just can't do it. You know, as much as I like, because the weird part is like I like some of the stuff they're doing. Like, for example, I love what they're doing with Planet of the Apes. I mean, I cannot wait for that movie. I love the Planet of the Apes stuff they've been doing. I can't believe they're actually coming out with another one. So I'm like super excited to see the Planet of the Apes. But this, dude, this is garbage, man. This is goddamn trash. To take your own original story of the Lion King, which is not even that original because of the Hamlet, but to take that and then just be like, oh, we're just gonna retcon this and make Mufasa some random fucking lion. I mean, it's just so stupid. That they're like, the creativity is fucking dead. It's just garbage. What's going on? Griffin Turbo, hello. Brass Monkey says, never seen The Lion King. Okay, do you mean like the original Lion King, like the cartoon? Or do you mean like this garbage 3D Lion King? Because I didn't see this either. I didn't watch this garbage. I'm cautiously optimistic for the new Ape since Disney owns it. I know, like I'm just like, oh, like please be good, because I really like the Planet of the Apes stories. And I'm with you on that. You know what, guys? I think I'm gonna go to sitting mode. I'm getting a little tired of standing. So let's go to sitting mode. Here we go. I'm gonna change this as well. Ooh. How cool was that, you guys? It's time to sit. Oh my God. That was amazing. How cool was that? Wait, there's still some red over here. We changed. All right. Le toast to you, Darren. Le toast to you. All right. So yeah, this Lion King, not my jam. I'm not interested. Really hoping Planet of the Apes will be good. Sawa, nice try. I did see, oh man, I should have saved this, but there was a really cool promo for the Planet of the Apes. Let's see if I can find it again. Where there was like literally people dressed up as Planet of the Apes. And like walking around, or not walking around, I should say, riding horses around New York. Oh, here it is. I found it. That was cool. I was like, see, this is cool promo. This is good movie promo. And you know what? This is going to go with the next topic. Because how much good promotion matters for your show and movie, and how much they've been doing it wrong recently. So we're going to talk about a little bit of that. But here is that really cool promo I just saw. Great on this. That's cool, right? It's like a bunch of monkeys riding around on horses. That's cool. I mean, I would be freaking out if I was there and I saw that. I was like, no, they're here. They're taking over. But I'd also be like, that's fucking amazing. George says those Planet of the Apes remakes recent trilogy were fantastic. It's like the one outlier that no one gave a chance. It's totally true. I agree with you. Damn dirty apes. It finally happened. Yeah, it's in NYC as well, which is really fucking cool. It's yeah, because you can see the Statue of Liberty right there. There it is. They're passing by. There's the Statue of Liberty. I mean, that's so cool. That's a good promo. I'm into promos like that. I think those promos are really cool. You know what? Speaking of good promos, here is another really cool promo I just saw. And we're going to talk about what happens when you do bad promos of your shows as well. Hang on. Let me show you this. So I've been seeing these all day. Let me pull up some of these. Okay, so the Fall Guys is coming out. I believe that's the new Ryan Reynolds movie. And they did some really cool promos for it today. Like this is what red carpet stuff used to be about. It was about hyping up movies, not about talking about, you know, your shitty politics. It used to be about the movies. It used to be about the experience. And the Fall Guys are doing that, which is really cool. See, they're doing like really cool stuff at the red carpet premiere of it. They're doing like fighting stunts. They were doing interviews. Some really cool stuff. Here's another one where they were. Where did that one go? Hang on, let me pull up another one. Here's another promo that they were doing. They're just doing like cool tricks and shit, like movie stuff, you know? What movies were supposed to be about back in the day. Just like cool promotion instead of like just talking about your goddamn politics and how much you know, how many gay people are in the movie or something. That kind of stuff used to be like it didn't matter. What mattered was the entertainment. Like, is it fun? Is it entertaining? And then you had fucking Ryan Gosling and this other dude show up as Beavis and Butthead. Mikey Day. They showed up as Beavis and Butthead because this was a huge reception because they did a Saturday Night Live thing for it. And for the Fall Guy, they showed up in costume. And everyone's like, literally, like the entire talk of the town has been about, like, it's not even about Fall Guy anymore. It's about when Ryan Gosling and this dude are doing the live action Beavis and Butthead. You know, like that's what the conversation has been about. I mean, which is really funny. Everyone's like, when is the live action movie of this? I'm there. Like, take my fucking money right now. Here's an interview of them, which I thought was really funny. This is Emily Blunt interviewing those guys. And Emily Blunt is in the Fall Guy. So she's promoting the movie in the right way.
Hi.
No, continue your interview.
No, please come in. Can you please tell us what your names are?
Oh, I'm Dean. Hi.
Hi.
You're Emma Blunt?
Nope, that's Emma Blunt.
It's Blunt? You're the lady in the film?
Yeah,
Oh,
you're the
yes.
lady on all the signage.
Wonderful.
Did you get the memo about the dress code? It was
No. We got invited to the.
Just kind of left the house.
Yeah.
Yeah, are you getting a lot of attention nowadays?
That's funny.
Is it?
Well, we met at an AI conference.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then got some
And
attention.
We met at an AI
It's crazy 'cause
conference.
you
We're
guys
just going on the ride.
You got all
See
that
what
attention
happens.
because people think you look like Beavis and
Right.
Butthead.
Yeah, again.
What are you guys?
It's funny because
They do fucking look like Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah, I haven't gotten
The
around
show.
to seeing pictures
Yeah.
of those characters.
Still, you
but,
haven't looked it up.
but I'll check it out.
Are you intrigued to have a look, maybe? And
Maybe.
Yeah,
if I get some time.
I like the way you're holding that mic.
Oh, thank you.
It's great.
Were you in
new.
salmon fishing in Yemen? I love that film. Emily Blunt.
That's it.
Emily
Yeah.
Blunt.
Emily Blart,
Sorry to
everyone.
interrupt.
Emily, thank
I'm
you
not
so
familiar
Do you
with
know
much.
where the
work.
concession stand is?
You know, I'm not familiar with your work, but I'm going to check it out.
Yeah, you should.
Emily, thank you so much
Yeah.
for joining us
Sorry,
up
Miss
here.
Blunt.
Thank you,
Guys,
Miss Blunt.
I'm sorry.
I
can't
love
believe you're
love
here. You guys, is
movie
this your, what are
promos
you
like
doing at-
this. I'm all about it. Honestly, like I love when movie stars just get together to make people entertained. That's literally their job. And when they do it right, I'm like, let's go. I love that kind of stuff. Nick Brown for 49 said they probably already have a script ready to go. And this is the early promotion. I hope so, because I mean, I would think so. And as I think Cocteau was saying that it was a decent skit on SNL a few years ago. And yeah, I mean, people have been bringing that up. And I guess it was received so well that they probably got them to, make it. And thank you again, Nick, for the super chat. Emily Blunt, Mall Cop. Speaking of Mall Cop, and fucking that guy, what's his name? Kevin James. I've been rewatching King of Queens recently, and I freaking love that movie or that show. King of Queens is such a great show, you guys. If you've never seen it, go and watch it. Okay, next we're going to talk about X-Men 97. And that's what I was talking about when I was talking about promos for the show. Like promotions are important, okay? And a lot of these companies, especially Disney, usually doesn't know how to promote stuff well. And let me just pull this up first. What was I going to do? Okay, hold on. So when X-Men 97 was first announced, a lot of people, including myself, thought that this show was going to be a giant train wreck. Because I mean, what else have we gotten? What else have we gotten from Disney other than train wrecks in the past, like recent, however long? And some of the first things we heard about the show were stuff like this. X-Men 97 morph voice actor on backlash over describing character as non-binary. It didn't surprise me at all. This was before the show was out. All we were told was this garbage about how, morph is non-binary and the focus is on LGBTQ whatever, and the focus is on this, and how X-Men was always woke. And you hear these God-forsaken talking points, and it's just constantly what was being talked about here. And, some of us were, a lot of us in this content creating space are sick and tired of this bullshit. So a lot of us went into this show thinking it's going to be woke trash. That's probably going to be, getting rid of what we love, which is the X-Men. And I grew up on the 90s show. I was a huge fan of the 90s show. And I was looking forward to seeing this and just kind of being nostalgic, feeling nostalgic about it. And I did watch it. And guess what? The show's fucking great. I'm going to say that right now. The show's not over yet because there's like 3 episodes left. But what we've gotten so far has been excellent. And the only thing that I don't like about the show is the animation. And I think it's just really honestly unfortunate that it's Disney that we're talking about, because Disney used to be like the pinnacle of animation in the United States and just all around the world. Like it was like the aces. Like Disney animation was amazing, but now they've outsourced the show to a Korean company, and they're making it, I think, probably from the lowest animation tier. But this was and the animation, I should kind of clarify when I say the animation is shit, I mean like the character animation is shit. Most of the characters are just very poorly drawn, but like the action scenes are really well done because a lot of it is like 3D and they've used a lot of 3D stuff into it. So the action stuff looks really cool. But when you go into like the character animation parts is really atrocious. And it's really telling and jarring. There's also, interestingly enough, a lot of the people when we were talking about the show at the beginning when it hadn't come out yet, one of the biggest criticisms of it was like, what happened to Rogue's butt? Guys, nobody in this show has a butt. Nobody. Like these guys, I don't know who drew this show, but nobody has an ass in this show. Like there's like it's like all of the characters have Hank Hill butts. And I'm like, I don't understand like what is going on. And it's just I've really been enjoying the show. Now, having said that, somebody shared this article today, and I thought maybe we can go through it together because let's see what the hell they're talking about. Because this guy's like, these last 3 episodes are what the bait and switch, or where the bait and switch will occur. Pink News is signaling its praise for its political messaging. View will have the finally be that Professor X wrong and Magneto was right, that you cannot tolerate anyone. Okay, so let's see what Pink News has to say. See, and again, like I think Pink News is shit. So I'm not gonna take I'm gonna take this with a grain of salt, obviously. And again, I'm watching the show for myself, so I'll be the judge of whether there is a bait and switch or whatever. But honestly, so far, the show's been fucking great. In terms of story, it's been fantastic. The X-Men 97 fans left reeling after brutal episode, but what does Magneto was right mean? Okay, see, I haven't seen episode 8 yet, and I don't feel like I want to spoil this for myself. Okay. So he's saying Magneto was right. I was gonna watch it like after the show. Script Doctor is here saying nothing funnier than people not being able to pick up nuance. I mean, tell me about it. I think there's a lot like what's going on with this show, and I guess now I don't want to. Oh my god, gays watching X-Men 97 each week, dude. Regular people watching X-Men 97 each week. It's been a great show. This is just BS. Okay, I don't know if I want to read this because I don't want to spoil the show for myself. I really don't. I would have to I would have had to watch it for me to like go into this article. But I can tell you this. I feel like there's a lot of pattern recognition run amok when it comes to the show. For example, and I love Stephanie, don't get me wrong, okay? Stephanie, my nerdy home, we hang out all the time. When we first talked about this, we talked about this on Toxic Femme when the show first dropped. And she was a little bit upset about the first episode, and she said it had a lot to do with January 6th, and they had a guy in the red hat, like that was kind of like it was styled in the MAGA way, blah, blah, blah. I went and watched that episode again. Like I would have rewatched that episode. There was no such thing. And there was actually people in like green hats, and all the green hats looked like military style green hats. I didn't even see like a red hat that she was talking about. So I just feel like there's a lot of pattern recognition gone amok with this kind of show. People want to like project, bad things that they are continuously bombarded with into the show. And I honestly haven't seen any of it. I think there was like somebody, I think Tom was talking about how like at one point, like fucking Storm was dressed in like trans colors. And I was like, dude, like this is just you seeing that. Like I didn't see it. But again, that's why I think it's just a lot of pattern recognition gone amok. I think this show is probably one of the only good Disney things in a long time. I mean, we'll see what happens in the next 3 episodes. But man, I was wrong. Like I'll eat crow on that. I don't think like if they're gonna go the way they have been going with the show, it's been fucking great. I mean, my only complaint is the animation, but hey, you can't have it all. You know, X-Men 97 is doing it well so far. 2 more weeks of episodes to find out if it sticks at the landing. Exactly. Like I'm waiting to see if this is going to stick the landing. And so mind you, like, would I tell you, the viewer, to go and get Disney Plus for the show? Fuck no. Like, absolutely not. I would never tell you that. This is definitely like a blip for Disney. So I would definitely not, like, if you're like one of those people who's like done with Disney, I would never tell you to go spend money on this. No. But there are other ways of watching it. It's time well spent. I don't know if it'll be money well spent. So I'm telling you, I didn't pay for it when I watched it. So I'm just letting you guys know that. What's going on, Dia? How you doing? Aloha, boy. Hello. I actually completely disagree with the animation being good. I hate the animation. I cannot stand the character animation for this show. It's the worst cringe shit for me. Like nobody has an ass. There's no shading. I mean, it's just so bad. It's so bad. It's the most basic ass shit that you could possibly see. I don't like it at all. I just that's the only thing I just haven't been able to get into. But it is what it is. You can't have it all. This was interesting on the topic of X-Men. Oops. Here we go. So this dude's reporting here, new Airbnb announces a new icons collection that will feature iconic stays, including the opportunity to step into the X-Men 97. Live like the X-Men as you stay in the 2D animated recreation of Marvel Animation's X-Mansion in Westchester, New York. So here's the video for it. Aloha. Hey. This is crazy. It's really Instagrammable, I guess. Am I gonna like listen to these sounds while I'm trying to go to sleep? This looks cheap. It doesn't look worse than like that. What was that? God, what was that thing? The Willy Wonka experience. I mean, that one was next level. Oh, look at the little Wolverine hat. Oh, that one's cute. Jubilee's room. I wonder how much this is per night. Oh, that was cool that it had X-Men the game. It's a school for exceptional children. It's cute. I wonder how much it is. Some costumes hanging out. I couldn't think of a more perfect boys trip. Aw. It would be really cool for like a boys' birthday party. Let's see. I'm gonna look up this X-Men Airbnb. I want to know the price. Let's see. What is the price for this? For like a little boy's birthday party, that would be cool. Can you book a stay in the X-Men 97 themed mansion in Westchester? You can enter the book an experience in 2D design, blah, blah, blah. On Airbnb listing, Expansion Jubilee writes about the experience. Hey, I'm Jubilee, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I want to know how much it is. The Airbnb booking opens at Airbnb.com at 5:30 p.m. today, May 1st, with stays in June. When you try to booking, you can provide the perfect dates, blah, 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 blah. Request to book close at 11. And it's $97 per person to stay the night. So it's $100 basically per person. So if you have like a party of, I don't know, like 5 people, so it's like $500. It's per person. What about kids? You have to pay full price for kids. So like if you go with like 5 kids, you have to pay like $500. Or like, I mean, I don't know how that works. If you can't secure the stay, you can just go to our X-Men experience in the mansion, which you can book starting May 9th here. The experience is part of Airbnb's Icons program in a new category of extraordinary experiences. Blah, 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 blah. There you go. So it's real. You can go there for about $100 a night. It better not be 6K. Well, it'll be 6K if you go with enough people. You know, that's a good point. That's a good point. I wonder how the show is going to end. I hope it ends well. Okay. This was I just saw this and I thought it was interesting. So I pulled it up. It says Ivana Secano has been cast in Megan 2.0. So I guess that's this chick. Did you guys see Megan? It was a good movie. I don't know if it needs a sequel. How you guys feeling about the Megan sequel? Are we down with a Megan sequel? I don't know. I don't know if it's necessary for a sequel, to be honest. It's like, why do we need a sequel of this? It's probably gonna make money though. Is this chick from Star Wars? Like, what is this? Never even seen her before. I don't know who she is. I don't watch any new Star Wars. The first one sucked. I liked it. I thought it was all right. It wasn't the worst, but certainly wasn't the best. It was entertaining. I thought it was entertaining. Never saw the first Megan movie. It was entertaining. It's like a popcorn flick. Just like, entertaining. A Spike in Madness for $5 says the Danger Room option is probably 6K. Oh my god. Yeah, if it was a real one. Like, can you imagine? Like, if they had a real Danger Room, I'd charge fucking shitload of money too. But you can like actually like hang out with the X-Men. It's like a hologram. I mean, that would be cool. So it was Mehegan? What? I didn't. She's like the robot female Chucky. Kind of, yeah. Kind of. I mean, I'm just not a fan of robots in general. You guys know that. Like people who watch my channel long enough know I'm not a fan of the robot takeover. And I'm not a fan of what Elon Musk thinks is the solution. Oh. Oh my god. Poor Anna. I just saw something really sad. Guys, go wish Anna well on Twitter. I just saw her tweet and got totally distracted. What was I talking about? I saw her tweet and she says, "I'm lying here in bed, sick and dying, only to find that while I was sleeping, we had an earthquake that knocked over my puke bucket. Fuck my life." Dude, that sucks. To wake up when you're sick and having to be like, I gotta fucking clean this puke up now. That's bullshit. Poor Anna. That sucks. Oh, hold on. What should I write her? Damn, that sucks. Let's see. I'm gonna send her a hug. That sucks. Okay. Sorry. I was just replying to her. Oh my god. Damn, Aloha boy. Okay, wait. What was I going to talk about with you guys? Oh, this Megan chick. Okay, we talked about Megan. That's over. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about Megan apparently. Wait. What else was I going to talk to you guys about before I called it? I feel like somebody brought up something that we were going to talk about before I got distracted with the Anna thing. What happened? Oh my god, don't hug too tight, might squeeze more puke. Oh god. Bruh. Thank you again for that, Spike. Okay, let's see. There was something else I was going to talk to you guys about. Let me go to my. Oh, I saw this going around, and I think everybody is really excited about this movie that I had never heard about until today. Sydney Sweeney and Anna de Armas are reportedly working together in an upcoming movie titled Eden. Apparently, it's like a crime thriller, which I'm down with. Like, I looked it up and I was like, this is actually a really interesting premise. It's with like, what's his name? The redhead guy is the director. What's his name? Oh my god, why am I forgetting this guy's name? I keep thinking Mickey Rourke. That's not his name. Oh my god. Not Mickey Rooney either. God, what is his name? Ron Howard. Thank you, script doctor. Yeah, that guy. He's apparently he's directing it. Eden. Yeah, director Ron Howard. Written by Noah Pink. I don't know who the hell Noah Pink is. Never heard of him. But I did notice that because I looked up the cast and I was like, where did this movie even come from? Like, nobody knew about this movie until today. And then also who's in the movie is Vanessa Kirby. So it's Vanessa Kirby, Anna de Armas, and Sydney Sweeney. I'm like, how come nobody gives a shit about her? Like, do you guys think it's just because of the boob size? I mean, Anna de Armas has kind of flat tits too. I don't know if it's because of the tits, because some people said it's because of tit size, but I don't know if it's just the tit size. I just feel like there's not enough love for this girl. Noah Pink wrote Tetris. Oh, I heard that movie's good. Tom loved that movie. I think you even said it was good, right? Script. But Anna's gorgeous. Who's Vanessa though? Oh, Vanessa is I found out about her through The Crown. So she was in The Crown. She's been in a bunch of stuff now. Like Vanessa Kirby's been in a bunch of stuff. She was in the new Mission Impossible. She's been in I guess she's been in Fast and Furious for a bit. I haven't watched the new Fast and Furious, so I don't know. But though how I got to know her though was through The Crown, because she played Princess Margaret for like a minute, like the young Princess Margaret, and she was really good. Like she was really good in it, and she was really beautiful. But oh yeah, she's the new Sue Storm. That's right. That's true. I thought she was pretty good in The Crown though. Like I honestly have no complaints about her. And I don't think she's been like I haven't seen her be super political or anything. Like I haven't seen anything too weird from her, you know, like because a lot of these celebrities, all they do is yak, and you're like, dude, shut up. I didn't want to know anything about you. Like Daniel Radcliffe. I wish that guy would shut up. Like so I can freaking enjoy Harry Potter. You know, I don't think she's too bad either. I don't think she's too bad either. A lot of people are like, she's kind of old for Sue, but I don't know. I think she's fine. How many times can Nina say tit in a sentence? I don't know, a lot. Tit for tat. I like that saying. Yeah, I agree with this. Anna's Cuban scene was the highlight of No Time to Die. I agree. I did see her in a really, really like, if you guys want to see her like fully like getting railed, there was like an episode or not an episode. There was like a movie with, she did like this really weird movie with, what's his name? Ben Affleck. That movie was spicy. I was like, whoa. What's that movie called? It wasn't a great movie by any means. It was actually really bad, but but they do have sex in it, and it's very spicy. And she's like full frontal. Let's see, Anna de Armas. What is that movie called again? Deep Water. It was called Deep Water. Yeah. Definitely. I cannot stand that casting. I think that's a fucking terrible casting. I just cannot believe that they didn't go with John Krasinski. I just cannot believe it. Like, I was like, why would you do this? Have fun. Have fun watching a movie. Hello, Russell, again. Thank you for the $2. Says, I want to see Harry Potter in a new light. See Echoes. Oh, God. I'm not getting this one, Russell. What? I want you. What? You want to see Harry Potter in a new light. See Echoes. Are you okay, Russell? I don't know what that means. I can. Krasinski has no range beyond Jim Halford. How dare you, script doctor? I never saw his other movie.
I don't know what the that was.
I mean, that show that he did. because he does like what is that show? He does like a Tom Clancy show, doesn't he? Like, hasn't it been going on for a while? I've heard he's good in that. I haven't seen it though. I honestly can't unsee Jim Halpert either. So I don't know. Thank you again for another $2. Russell Hall. Lips or bush? Both? How full frontal are we talking? Oh, I forget about I forget if it was tiled or not. I think it wasn't. I think it was like bushy. It was full frontal. Like you saw her whole body. She tits and puss and everything. Yeah, because I'm not a lesbian, Russell. I mean, it's not like burned in my memory or anything. I just remember being like, "Whoa, that's spicy." Like, nude scene. You don't see that every day. Because it was a really terrible movie. Like if the movie was more memorable, I probably would have remembered it. The movie was shit. So I was like, all right, I'm going to forget about this in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then it was gone. I just remember that I should tell you guys, for those of you that want to see her naked, she's naked in that movie. The same thing with like Sydney Sweeney. I think she's naked in this other movie that she was in. What was it? God, there was another. I haven't seen the Sydney Sweeney one, but I've seen people post like clips of it, like on Twitter, where she's getting like railed. And I'm like, dude, like, did I just watch porn? And it's definitely not it's not porn. It's a movie. She did it. I forget what the movie was though. Script Doctor, you probably know this. What's the movie where Sydney Sweeney's getting railed? I know that doesn't make you sound so great. I'm so sorry. I just say about movies. There's been times where I like wake up and I'm just like scrolling Twitter and I'm like, I really didn't want to see fucking Sydney Sweeney get railed right now. Can you describe the scene in detail, please? No. I'm not going to help you. No, it's not the Nun movie. It's not the Nun movie. Yeah. I think it's her HBO one. There's a thriller with Sydney Sweeney's called Voyeur, where she sleeps with a photographer, and then there's an HBO show where she has a few sex scenes. Well, it's not White Lotus, because I've seen White Lotus and she doesn't get naked in that. White Lotus is great. But she doesn't get naked in that one. But there's another HBO series that she does, and I think that's the one that she does the sex scenes in. But I'd never heard of this movie Voyeur before. Let me look this up. Hold on. By the way, Script Doctor, have you seen her other movie? Like her the one that people just brought up, the religious horror one. Like her movie, the one she produced. Have you seen it? What'd you think of that movie? Okay, I'm looking up this Voyeur movie. Let's see. The Voyeur is from 2021. Oh yeah, this is definitely okay. Yeah, this is definitely one of the movies where she's doing it. They're doing it. And I even share this kind of like image here because this one's safe. I'm not gonna like scroll down because the other ones are not safe. But this is the movie. This is definitely the one. This is one of the ones where they're doing it. I haven't seen Immaculate yet. Okay. I've heard mixed reviews about that one. Though all of the mixed reviews though are saying she's great. Like she's good, and then the story is like basically you either love it or hate it kind of thing. So I watched a spoiler review of it because I wanted to know what it was about, and I was like, I would have hated this fucking movie. I was just like, that's why I wanted to know if I would like it or not, because horror movies are like that for me. It's like a hit or miss. And I'm like, I probably would have hated this movie. I'm not spoiling it for anybody though. People who want to watch it. I'm not telling you what happened in the movie. Okay. So yeah, fucking Anna de Armas and Sydney Sweeney getting all the love, and poor Vanessa is getting no love at all. Although I did think this response was really funny. Tebow is like, it's is she hot? Not would you do her? That was a fucking great episode of The Office. That one was about Hilary Swank. Do you guys remember that episode? Do you guys think Hilary Swank is hot? Like Hilary Swank in her prime. Was she hot? Let's hold on. In her prime. When was her prime? Like that was a while ago. Is she hot? Not would you do her? God, that was such a good episode. Here we go. Let's open this up to the chat. Do you guys is she hot? No. Yes. Doable. Mid. No. It's pretty mixed, just like in the Office episode. I was on the not hot team. I don't think she's hot either. I just didn't think so. Like she has like a beauty. Like you could say she could be beautiful, but she's not hot. No. I need to see a body to be able to tell. This isn't about body. This is about face. It's about the face. It's this face. Hot or not? No, but I'm a chick. So am I, Stomp Rat. And I say no. She smiles like Steven Tyler. Ouch. Yes. Okay. You know what? Let's make a poll, shall we? Let's make a poll. Let's make a poll. Everybody has to vote. Let's see, start a poll. Is Hilary Swank hot? Now remember, guys, the question is Hilary Swank hot? Not would you do her? There you go. How many drinks in? No. No, says California Cater. California Condor. I called you California Cater. What does that even mean? I'm sorry. I said Wolverine Snicket. The question is she hot? Not would you do her? Her look is polarizing. It is. It is. And again, we're talking in her prime, guys. We're not talking like today. We're talking like in her prime. So far with 17 votes, it's 72% no, 28%. Yes. So the no's have it so far, but we have like almost 500 people in the chat, and we only have 20 votes now on this poll. Get to the polls, people. Can I get a picture of her in her prime? I think this is in her prime. I think this is the one that was in her prime. Okay, here, hold on. Let me. Okay, this is definitely like when she's younger. Here. Hold on, let me see. Okay, here we go. I mean, can you even see that? Can you even see that? There you go. I mean, and this is even giving you some of the body, which I said was only supposed to be judged on her face, not her body. Russell Hall says, I looked up the film called The Voyeur. It was Italian, and I didn't see Sydney Sweeney. There was, however, a close-up shot of a pussy smoking a cigar. Jesus. Okay, well, you didn't look up the right movie, bro. I don't know what to tell you. It's called The Voyeurs. Voyeurs. I think plural. Bruh. Oops. Let's go back to that image. Not even joking. Wow. My goodness. That's crazy. So okay, so here we go. With 24 votes, no 67%, yes 33%. I think the no's have it, guys. I kind of like the singular version. Oh my god, that is funny. My goodness. Rimuru 23, thank you for the 2, says she's not in a drunken nightstand kind of way. Or sorry, she's hot in a drunken nightstand kind of way. Well, I think that's a no. Because she would have to, like, you would have to be like, you know, just regular, like not drunk. Like, do you think she's hot if you don't have beer goggles on? It depends on the lighting. That's like that Seinfeld episode when they do the lighting thing. Like when that chick looks like really fucking ugly in like one light, and then in another light, she looks like amazing. She was like Two-Face. Oh, I love that episode. That was great. Let me see if I can pull that up. Oh, here it is. Oh, this is great. Hang on, I gotta fast forward to this. Oh my god. What's his name is in this? He's so young in this. Look at that. That's Tim Watley. Bryan Cranston.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Come on, our table's ready.
Like she looks terrible in that. And then Here's another scene. She's like in the light. It looks great.
So, what do you feel like eating? Chinese or Italian?
And she's ugly again, and be like, ah.
I could go either way.
Oh my god, that's such a good freaking show. The dress, the woman with the one dress is pretty funny. I love that episode when he gets like, she's like, is she like Superman? Like, does she have like the same outfit hung in her in her closet? God, I love Seinfeld so much. Such a good Malva, dude. Malva was great. That was a great episode. Malva. I love that. Oh, Dolores! Like, what the fuck is Mulva? Like, who fucking names their kid Mulva? Festivus. A Festivus for the rest of us. That's one of the other reasons I'm actually watching King of Queens, by the way. It's because I love Jerry Stiller. And of course, I love George's dad, where he plays George's dad, but I think he has such a better, like, he has a more complete character in King of Queens. Like, Arthur is such a good character, and it's just so funny. So, and it had been a long time when I watched King of Queens, so I was like, I'm gonna watch it again. And it's just, he's so great. Jerry Stiller is just, they don't make him like that anymore. The friendship and coordination between Jerry and George in Bulba episode was brilliant. When George introduces herself and she doesn't say her name and then leaves and he says, I tried. Yeah. Yes. I mean, it's so good. Script, did you see the new, I should say the last episode or that last season of Curb Your Enthusiasm? Oh my God. I was like, it was so good. I don't even want to spoil it for anybody. I don't know how many people have seen it or who hasn't seen it yet, but if you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. What a great ending. What a great ending. Absolutely fantastic, especially if you're a Seinfeld fan. Rimbaru 23 for $2 says, I'm watching King of Queens now. It's on Amazon Prime. Oh, yay! We're watching it together. I love that show. It's such a good show. It's so good. Script Doctor says, haven't checked out Curb last season yet. It's so good. It's good. It's good. It's not my favorite season of Curb. There's definitely like I have ones that are like I think there's way funnier ones, but it's still great. You know what I mean? And I thought it was a good ending. Like the ending was perfect. And this is definitely, I think he's going to keep this one as the ending, I think, because there's been times where he wanted it to end the show like earlier and HBO gave him like a lot of money to do it again. I think mainly like it was the season where he died. He wanted to end it there and then they were like, nah, like we need you again. And then they gave him a lot more money and he did it again. It was one of the seasons because he took a long break between a couple of the seasons. And he was like, I'm not doing Curb anymore. And then he did the ending. He did that a couple times. I think there was one with the season where he did the one with the Black family. That one could have been an ending. And then he did the one where he died. That could have been an ending. And then this one is the real ending though. And it's a good one. I don't think that I just don't think that he should do it again. You know, it would take away from this being the ending. And I don't think he will because in the last episode, especially because Richard Lewis is still there and they ended it with, you know, Richard Lewis still being on the show. And now that he's gone too, I just don't think it would be a good move. But yeah, anyways, I highly recommend I don't know if you guys are even a fan of Curb Your Enthusiasm in my chat, but I am. It was and I think you guys should all go watch it. So it was pretty good. Yeah, it was. It was definitely. Yeah. It was. And it was like I said, if you're a Seinfeld fan, I think it would be extra interesting for you. Hey Apex, how you doing? Says I love Curb Your Enthusiasm. It's a great show. So good. Oh my god, I can't believe this. I've totally forgot that Richard Lewis was in Men in Tights. Oh my god, how did I forget that? Oh my god, I totally forgot. He was. That's right. Like I completely spaced on this. It's been years since I watched Men in Tights, which by the way is my favorite adaptation of Robin Hood. Oh my god. That's some old school shit right there, guys. That's some old school shit. Amazing. Amazing. All right. I think all right, this poll is over. 35 votes. No, 54%. 46% yes. We're ending the poll. The no's have it. And I think on this note, and that's the note of saying Curb Your Enthusiasm is fucking great and everybody should go watch it. I'm going to end the stream here. It's been really fun. Thank you for coming out to hang out with me on this live stream and like hanging out with me and doing this chill stream. It's been a minute since we've caught up, especially on YouTube. So thank you for being here, you guys. And special thanks to those of you who super chatted, became a member, gifted memberships, all that good stuff. Thank you so much for supporting the channel in the way that you do. It helps me do this. And so again, thank you for all your support. And I really appreciate you guys. Thank you. And especially people who are watching on Rumble. Thank you for supporting on Rumble and X. And of course, YouTube, you guys are great. You're a cool cat, Nina. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. It's been fun. So I am going to go. This is probably going to get clipped, but I'm going to go rest my mouth because I'm tired of talking. I need a break from the chatter. I just realized I've been talking like 2.5 hours straight. I need a break. Thank you. Thank you again, you guys. You've been fantastic. And until next time, bye, everybody. Oh, I'll see you on Friday. Friday, Infinite Hope. Good news. Good news, Infinite Hope. Don't forget. I'll see you guys Friday. Let's see. What should we end this on? Okay, I'm just gonna end the stream. Have a good night, everybody. Bye.